Welcome to episode 17 of the TarPack podcast. In today's episode, we got a loaded episode of basketball, starting with NC State, and then following that up by UNC basketball, with the game just concluding North Carolina and Oklahoma. But we're going to go two games each, the two games that we have not talked about yet. Starting here with Tennessee versus NC State, which was this past Saturday. Let's see what you guys think about this game. Who is your player of the game, and what are your overall thoughts in the Tennessee versus NC State game, which was a 79-70 NC State loss?
My player of the game is DJ Horn. He was 6 for 12, 4 for 7 from 3, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Now, obviously, the second best player on the team was DJ Burns. He had a very good game. He was 6 for 10. 3 for 4 for free throw, 15 point.
How do you think?
5 assists.
How do you think the pack played overall?
Overall, not bad. It's just we kept letting Tennessee get on these small run, cause we kept coming back to losing by 2, but then Tennessee kept getting on these 7-0 runs. So I mean, we got to where we needed to get to win the game. We just could never finish.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think NC State is a decent team. They're after today's game 8-3 on the season. We'll see how it turns out for that. I thought Michael O'Connell, who's had some up and downs this season, should have played more. He only played 4 minutes, and Mohamed Diarra only played 5 minutes in this game. But getting into today's game, NC State versus St. Louis, a pretty darn bad St. Louis team. NC State struggled a bit at times. What were your thoughts in this game? They were losing at halftime, 36-33.
Well, yeah, we needed to do better, but we really should have, but we really didn't. Now, it is a good sight to see Casey Morsell finally have a good game. 8 for 11, 4 for 6 from 3. Just a very good game by him, 21 point. And then obviously DJ Horn had another good game. DJ Burns was being DJ Burns. And, I mean, we got the win. We got what we needed to get, but, I mean, losing at halftime is still kind of shameful.
Where do you think this projects for NC State in the future? Do you think they're like an average ACC team, or maybe a little bit below average, or maybe some above average? What do you think?
I say a pretty mid NC State team this year. I'm not going to say it's better than last year. Last year was definitely a better team.
Yeah. Getting into the Carolina portion of this podcast, we'll talk about the big game from last Saturday, North Carolina versus Kentucky. North Carolina did lose 87-83 in a very tough loss. R.J. Davis and Cormac Ryan were the main ones that were providing good offense in this game. R.J. obviously was insane. Player of the game, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He kind of carried this team in a lot of ways. Cormac Ryan did a lot of good things as well, 20 points for him. Armando does not get involved enough in this game, and as we'll talk about in the Oklahoma game, that was a better performance from the Tar Heels, in large part because Armando got played more and got more opportunities, both on the glass and in the paint on the offensive end. Harrison Ingram didn't have his best game, but he did catch up a little bit later on. And, yeah, Carolina just got significantly out-rebounded in this game, especially the offensive glass, which is a large part of what led to the loss. And also turnovers were very atrocious, especially that last one from Elliot Cadeau. But he's going to figure it out, and Tar Heels will recover. And as we can see here in this final game, North Carolina versus Oklahoma, the Tar Heels did come out with an 81-69 win over Oklahoma. A top 10 team in the nation. That's a big win for the Tar Heels. I got to be honest, watching this game, Oklahoma didn't look the part of the number 7 team in the nation. They were missing a lot of shots and had some ugly turnovers. And if you look at their schedule, it's not great. They haven't really beaten anybody besides Arkansas. That's worth noting necessarily. But in this game, R.J. Davis, 23 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Harrison Ingram caught on later in the game as he got more shot attempts, 11 points, 7 boards, and 4 steals for him. Carolina had 6 blocks in the night, which is very good. Less than 10 turnovers, which is nice. And in the rebounding department, wasn't great. We did get out rebounded by 7, but this team, I don't want to say it, but Carolina might just not be a great rebounding team this year because a lot of our players are very short, especially the guards. We just don't have the greatest height compared to most UNC teams. But I think our defense was probably the best it's been all season, considering the opponent especially. I thought Carolina really gave a great effort on defense and really played a lot of good defense at times. Sure, Oklahoma missed some open shots, but North Carolina really did have a good defensive night. So that's going to wrap up the episode 17 of the TarPack podcast. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We will see you guys in the next one. Go Heels.
Go Pat.